All right, here we are, day 16, 30-day cold plunge challenge. You gotta just get in. Get in, sit down, shut up and hang on. I think that's what my bumper sticker said back in high school. Yeah, we made it through Monday. On to Tuesday. Got some primer sprayed yesterday. Got some more stuff moved around in the old man's shop. Yeah, we're going to try to spray some more primer today. We got the trunk and hood on this 52 months jet that's been a super long project. So many things that have interrupted and been added in, and getting all the other cars, and it's been a whole ordeal. But we're dialing in, and things are starting to get there. So I got the inside of the trunk and hood yesterday. I could have flipped them, but it would have been late. We're already pushing it on hours, so I'll flip them today, get the outsides, which is definitely the majority of the spraying, because both of them needed entirely coated. Probably would have been better to make new with how much damage was on there. The supports on the inside take up enough real estate that you can't get in there. Yeah, and it's probably, the two panels are probably the best two. The hood is definitely in the top 3 out of the 10 cars for being in the best shape. And it was sure, but it's just body work. If I can do it, anybody can do it. It's been a pain. There's lots of metal work. They seem like they've taken a lot longer because I've done so much since the last time I messed with them. I just started not very long ago getting back on the body work for the 2 of them. I did a little bit on the hood months ago, and then I got the car completed, and we've had lots of other things come in and out of the shop for work and for other different things, and now we're back at it. So after I get this poly primer on there, then it's setting up, getting ready to spray sealer on the rest of the car. So I will rotate the car on the rotisserie 90 degrees, spray inside the car, inside the engine bay, inside the trunk, and I'll probably have to flip it 90 degrees to either side just so I can make sure I get everything in there. Even the inside of the passenger compartment, it all needs sealed, and everything, that even the stuff that's getting upholstered, it needs to be similar color at minimum. So we'll get all that handled, and upholstery spray, the the glue that they use sticks better to sealer than it does epoxy primer, I guess. This is what the upholstery guy says, so we just do what we're told. Try to set up the next crew for what they're doing. And since it's all a part of the same shop, you do what you can to make everything work. I don't have to be an expert, but that's what we're doing. Got tons of mechanical projects going on. Can't touch those while I'm doing any kind of paint or paint prep. You don't mix grease with paintwork. So getting the itch to get a few of those done. Once we get sealer on, we're going black. Get the undercoat on. Get our hot rod flat black sprayed on. But the hot rod flat black is for the wheel wells, the underside, the engine bay, the lower part of the engine bay, that is. And yeah, everything that's not the exterior of the car or getting upholstery. Well, I suppose it's kind of exterior, but it's the lower side, subframe, chassis. Call it what you want. I don't care. It's going black. So that's what's on the agenda today. Got to get Buddy Bailey's grandpa's quad sold. That was nice. Paca is what we call him. That's what Bailey's called him his whole life. Good dude. I find it kind of entertaining. He got to see about 10% of the selling stuff on Marketplace. I'd filter through all the messages and respond and only send him the people who were ready to come out right away. And still, the people who say that they're ready to come out right away generally are full of shit. You know, we had several flakes and a couple no-shows, and the guy that finally bought it yesterday, he showed up way late, and Pocket does not like that at all. He called me 3 times yesterday. First time, he had lost the guy's number, so I gave it to him. The second time, it was 2:05, and the guy hadn't showed up. He said he'd be there at 2, and he's like, "Oh, Clint, what should I do?" Well, just give him a little bit. If he happens to show up, well, if he's being rude, tell him piss off. You don't have to sell it. I got more than 30 messages on this thing, and like 10 people were mad at me the other day when I marked it as pending. So it is what it is. If he doesn't show up, then fine. We'll load that thing on the trailer, drag it down to my house, and then you don't have to deal with anybody. He ended up showing up. I think it was like an hour later. Paca said he couldn't get the money out fast enough, couldn't get it loaded up fast enough. So, I mean, if he's a nice enough guy, obviously he was nice enough to be able to make the deal, so glad that's gone. I was trying to sell it with the trailer, though, so whatever. We'll get the trailer sold another way. Trailer was only $300 in the price. That's about what its value is. It's nothing special, but it'll haul a couple quads. It'll haul a quad and camping gear. But we'll get that cleaned up and bring it over to my place. Screw the sheets of plywood in so they're not just flopping around. And doll it up a little bit. Figure out some kind of fender to go over the tires because it doesn't have one. We're going to haul it 40 some miles down to my place without fenders. I didn't know. Do what you can to take care of family. I consider that man family. My grandpas are gone. That's Paca. That's family right there. I got one hell of a good family that doesn't share my last name. Got some good people. Very thankful for that. Alright, looks like we're coming up on 11 minutes here. So, we're going to rise out of these waters. We're going to have a good attitude today because I definitely need to work on it. Try to do something good for somebody. Don't be a dick. I'm saying this to you and me. That's why I keep saying this. I got to remember, don't be a dick. So, have a good day.